This is Nene Tun. Her parents brought her to the centre when she was 8 years old. She used to have 6 sisters back then. She now has 4 left. This is Arnai Ai. He is 8 years old. A monk from his hometown took care of him and brought him here. His family live far away, and he won't be able to see them until he graduates. That's 5 years from now. This is Ti Hai Kiao. Every morning at 4:30, he goes out for his alms round to collect his breakfast from the nearby town. He then rushes back for his classes. He's the only child amongst his 6 siblings that will ever get an education. These are some of the countless children who are being raised in communal care centres around Myanmar. They are either here due to outcomes of the civil war or simply because their families are too poor. Myanmar is one of the least developed countries in the world. It has a heartbreaking track record of civil wars, human rights violations, lack of healthcare and education. The internal conflict itself has been labelled as the world's longest-running civil war. As a result, children of the poorer families and orphans of the war are sent to local charities like orphanages or monastic education centres. They are raised separately from their parents, and a lot of them aren't able to go back. They live in crowded spaces and in primitive conditions. 300 children live in this centre alone, sleeping on the hard floor, lacking modern education and healthcare. Many of them don't know how to bathe, and some can't even speak the local dialect to express their most basic needs. As a result, diseases become a living standard in these community shelters. We are Mudita Foundation. We are a small but highly efficient and capable team dedicated to improving living conditions of underprivileged and orphaned children in Myanmar. Over the past 2 years, we worked closely with these communal centres, cleaning truckloads of garbage and establishing rules of hygiene. But conditions deteriorated quickly soon after we left. That was when we realised the best way we could help was to provide proper education from the earliest stages possible. We dreamt of a kindergarten where children are taught to be kind to each other, feel responsible for their environment, and have an ever-growing appetite for self-improvement. We decided on the Waldorf teaching system and started recruiting local teachers for a year-long teacher training programme. Now we're ready to build our kindergarten. The generous people of Myanmar have already donated 12.5 acres of land near the shores of the poetic Inle Lake. Our architects designed beautiful and sustainable buildings that cost a fraction of what it would be in any modern country. It will not only serve as a kindergarten, but rather a self-sufficient complex with classrooms, an organic farm, accommodation for volunteers and resident teachers, a playground, a computer learning room, a meditation hall, and an office building. We need $84,000 for the first phase of the construction, which will cover all the fundamental buildings, organic farm and teachers' salaries for 1 year. We will source the building materials and workforce from the local area. So, by donating, you will not only help us build a school, but also provide 1 year of employment for the local villagers. If you believe that education, love and kindness will save the world, that the only way to change the fate of a country is her youth, then you are already one of us. Please help us achieve this dream. Help us now and feel the Mudita within.